All right, and here come the 360 sprint cars for their first group of hot laps. In the 4M, at a Shady Cove, the Dirt Signs and Graphics, number 4M, that is David Marble. David Marble joins us tonight in the 4M. Last night's winner in the 26. He hails from Burlington, Washington, in the Racer Routine Foundation, Routine Racing, number 26, Levi Hillier. And the 33C, out of Marysville, Washington, the Triple X Race Co. sponsored entry, Mr. Colton Heath. Colton Heath in the 33C. Had some engine troubles last night in the 22L out of Central Point. The Hertz Precision Parts number 22L, Garen Linder. Garen Linder joins us again tonight in the 22L. First group of 360 sprints coming at you live here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. Well, definitely a curveball track for these sprint car drivers. Levi Hillier, though, picking up right where he left off. 12.474 for Levi Hillier right now, quickest in hot laps. Definitely a different track than what we saw last night. Last night was pretty hammered down, turning in those high 10 seconds a lap times last night in the main event. Then it was Garen Linder second with a 12.607. Colton Heath third, 12.682. David Marble fourth with a 12.980. Want to welcome everyone on the Facebook Live Lookin' on the DirtOvalTV.com. Facebook Live Lookin'. If you like what you see, head over to DirtOvalTV.com. Get the subscription, and you can watch all the action here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. Joining us again tonight in the 40 car, he hails out of Cresswell in the Just Bathrooms VTS sponsored entry of Kinzer Cox. Kinzer Cox in car number 40. In the 7B, he is out of Dundee in the Professional Underground Services sponsored number 7B, Justin McConville. Justin McConville in the 7B. In the 9T, out of Roseburg in the Winningham Racing sponsored entry number 9T, Camden Robustelli. And out of Cottage Grove in the 34S, the Pacific Excavation sponsored entry number 34S, Melissa Soulsby. Car number 34. Final four cars in hot laps for the 360 sprint cars. Getting ready to turn them loose here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. Checkered flag falls in the final group of hot laps for the 360 sprint cars. Fastest in that group and quick time in hot laps, the number 40, Kinzer Cox. 12-4-5-4 over Levi Hillier. Garen Linder, Colton Heath, Camden Robustelli, David Marble, Melissa Soulsby, and Justin McConville. That is hot lap results. They will get these cars ready for single car qualifying for the 360 sprint cars. While we got a break in qualifying right now, I want to give a special thanks to all of our track sponsors: Welton Welt, Bonanza, Giant Burger, Pink House, Boyce & Sons, Cottage Grove Best Western, Star Rentals, Springfield Moose Lodge, Kiefer Kia, Kiefer Mazda, South Valley Plumbing, O'Reilly's Auto Parts, Willamette Valley Harley Davidson, and Cottage Grove Shell Station, bringing you the 2025 season here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. Just waiting for the 360 sprint cars to make their final adjustments as we get ready for individual car qualifying for the 360 sprint cars. All right, here we go. It's single car qualifying for the 360 sprint cars. Last night's winner in the 26. The Race Redeemed Foundation, Spain Buildings Incorporated, Maximo Racing Oils, Race Ready Clothing, Factory Cane, out of Burlington, Washington, Levi Hillier. Levi Hillier going to set the tone. Last night's winner on a very, very different surface than what he saw last night. He is going to complete lap number 1, and it will be 13.026, 13026. Levi Hillier, first lap. Second lap, definitely better. 12.37.7, 12377. Second lap for Levi Hillier, setting the pace. Next up in the 4M, the Dirt Signs and Graphics, Rap Racing, Knight Investments, Madario's Painting, Speedmart, H&M Motorsports out of Shady Cove. This is David Marble. David Marble in the 4M. Marble, one of the 2 limiteds racing here in the 360 division. He definitely knows how to get it done here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. And he goes second quick right now, 13.131, 13131 for David Marble. Second lap is better, going to stay in that second place spot with a 13.075. Third car to hit the track is the 33C, the XXX Race Co., Mount Baker Trucking, Mount Baker Landscaping, Brent Rents, and CGE Garage out of Marysville, Washington. Colton Heath in the 33C. Trying to chase down Levi Hillier's 12.377. That is quick time right now in the 360 sprint cars. And he goes to the top, 12.242 for Colton Heath. Former Marvin Smith Memorial winner here at the Cottage Grove Speedway, showing you how to get it done. Second lap is better, 12.207, 12207 for Colton Heath. Looking for better results tonight out of the 22L, the Hertz Precision Parts, Linder Powder Coating, Winningham Racing out of Central Point. This is Garen Linder. Garen Linder in the 22L. Having a little bit of motor issues last night. The Donut powered at number 22. Looking to get his night started on the right foot. And he goes third quick with a 12.532, 12532 for Garen Linder. Working his way through 3 and 4 for the final time. And he goes quicker, going to stay in that third place spot, 12.505 for Garen Linder. Fifth car to hit the track now in 34S. The Pacific Excavation, Dave Brink Logging, Brink Fire Resources, Dr. Houston Cosmetic Dentistry, Shampoos Doll Salon, Coast Fork Brewing, Pump Cafe, and Five Flying Monkeys. Out of Cottage Grove, Melissa Soulsby. Melissa Soulsby in car number 34. Trying to chase down Colton Heath, 12.207. And she's going to go with 13.277, 13277. First lap from Melissa Soulsby. Second lap a little bit slower, 113.498, 13498. Official time 13.277. He led a lot of laps last night in the main event, the 9T, the Winningham Racing, TJ and Stacy. Target Light, Linder Powder Coating, Rap Racing, Don's Lock, DNS Harley Davidson. He hails out of Roseburg, Camden Robustelli. Camden Robustelli in car number 9T. Working the berm down there in 3 and 4. And he's going to go third quick, 12.446, 12446 for Camden Robustelli. Second lap a little bit slower, 12.55.3, 12553 for Camden Robustelli. The other limited in tonight's field, the 7B, the Professional Underground Services, Sonicom Directional Drilling, Olison Corporation, Excavation, and Short Track Heroes out of Dundee. This is Justin McConville. Justin McConville in car number 7B. First lap in the books. Coming down now for McConville. He's going to go 13.402, 13402 for Justin McConville, the other limited driver in tonight's field. Second lap is the exact same time. He goes 13.402, 2 times in a row for Justin McConville. Talk about consistency there. Next up in the 40, the Just Bathrooms, VTS, Owen Boys Racing, Caram Coatings, Coburg Distilling, Southern Oregon Home Renovations, River Market, South Valley Plumbing, SDMF Customs, Atta Cresswell, Kinzer Cox. Kinzer Cox in car number 40. He was pretty quick in hot laps. Let's see if he can replicate that here in qualifying for the 360 sprints. He goes fourth quick with a 12.504, 12504 for Kinzer Cox, working the top side of the racetrack as he exits turn number 4. And he's going to go quicker, but he stays in the fourth place spot, 12.465 for Kinzer Cox. So Colton Heath, ladies and gentlemen, your quick time, 12.207 is that pace that he's set. A vastly different track from last night, throwing these 360 guys for a big curveball as we get ready for the IMCA Modifieds for their hot laps and group qualifying efforts soon. All right, first group of qualifying here for the IMCA Modifieds. The 42, he hails out of Coburg in the SDMF Custom Superior Fuel Cells. Number 42, Kevin Williamson. Kevin Williamson in car number 42. Right behind him in the 82, the Meredith Lodging U.S. Market number 82 out of Otis, Eston Whistler. Directly behind him will be his brother. That is also the Meredith Lodging U.S. Market out of Otis, Ian Whistler in car number 28. The 15B, he is out of Roseburg in the Newark Mechanical Northwest Window Film sponsored entry of Bennett Bray. Last year's track champion is right behind him. The Brooks Towing, Mike Crawford Trucking. Number 5M, that's the Bandit, Jake Maiden out of Springfield. And in the 16, he is out of Springfield as well. The Junction City Muffler Shop. Hyperco, that is Austin McTaggart. Austin McTaggart car, number 16M. White flag already quickly out for the IMCA Modifieds. Checkered flag falls on the first group of qualifying. Fastest in that group will be the 82 of Eston Whistler. 14.574 for Eston Whistler. Second behind him was his brother Ian Whistler with a 14.716. Then it was Jake Maiden, Kevin Williamson, Bennett Bray, Austin McTaggart. Had to be hand scored as we're looking here as they're getting all the times in from our race officials. It looks like it will be Austin McTaggart, then Bennett Bray. Next group out in the 7M, the Aces Affordable Auto Glass, J. Cota Forestry out of Wairika, Ethan Killingsworth in the 7M. In the 44 out of Cottage Grove, Greg McDonald in the number 44 car. 8M also out of Cottage Grove in the Pape Rents DM Innovations out of Cottage Grove, Brett Muth. Brett Muth in the 8M. In the 24, the SKS Racing sponsored entry of Curtis Towns. Curtis Towns in the 24. The 86, that will be the man out of Dexter, the Ashley Racing VNR Reliable Transportation of Mike Green. And in the 33, the Jim and Sue Gregory Premium Woodworking and Design out of Eugene, Mr. Paul Ray. Paul Ray, car number 33. Final group of qualifying is down and away for the IMCA Modifieds. And checker flag falls on the final group of the IMCA Modifieds. Fastest in that group, going to go second overall, the 7M, Ethan Killingsworth with a 14.709. So Aston Whistler, ladies and gentlemen, your fastest IMCA Modified here tonight, 14.574. Then it was Ethan Killingsworth, Ian Whistler, Jake Maiden, Kevin Williamson, Curtis Towns, Paul Ray, Brett Muth. Then it was Bennett Bray, Mike Green, Greg McDonald, and Austin McTaggart, your finishing order. As we get ready for the juniors, they are set in staging, ready to rock and roll. All right, first car up in juniors will be the 20. The Redwood Northwest West End Auction, West End Performance, Lander Kings Woodworking. Special thanks to Grandma and Chris West out of Eugene, Mr. Shane Dowdy. And last night's winner in the 5M, the Aerial Imaging, Cool Motorsports, Point S Tires of Springfield, D-Ray Designs out of Springfield, Tinley Maiden. Tinley Maiden in the 5M. And in the 22, we're going to say he's in the 21, but he's in the 22 tonight. The Radius Pipe Bending and Powder Coat Tire Sport of Eugene, Junction City Muffler, and Eugene, Oregon Transmission Service out of Eugene, Rowan Lancaster. Rowan Lancaster, car 22. Qualifying underway for the juniors. As the checker flag falls on the final, or the only group of the juniors, Shane Dowdy, quickest in qualifying, 16.756. Rowan Lancaster second with a 16.960. Tinley Maiden third, 17.160. As we get ready to move into dwarf car action, first car out will be the 9S out of Medford, the Jim Nelson Visual Graphics sponsored entry of Josh King. Josh King in the 9S. The 26S, also out of Medford, the Jim Nelson IBW Loco 659 out of Medford, Caden Smith. The 71S car out of Medford, Chad Cardoza, the ABC Powder Coating Visual FX sponsored entry. And final car in this group was the 5S out of Grants Pass, the Mr. MRG Racing Motivated Customs of Travis Gurgel. Travis Gurgel in the 5S. As the checker flag falls, Josh King taking over the top spot, 15-0-2-9. Caden Smith second. Chad Cardoza in the third spot. And Travis Gurgel in the fourth spot. Everyone separated by about half a second, according to my race pass. As we are moving right along with qualifying, the 55S. That is Colby Bergquist out of Central Point. The LRC Dwarf Cars, Mr. G Racing Engine sponsored number 55S. In the 10, out of Eagle Point, Fred Hay in the 10. The Racers for Christ and Granger sponsored number 10 car. In the 5A, the Swan Island Sandblasting, the Right Shop out of Lebanon. That is Danny Altum. Danny Altum in the 5A. And the 77S, out of Grants Pass, the Rogue Truck Body, LRC Dwarf Cars. That is Jamie Raymond. Jamie Raymond in the 77S. Second group is down and away for hot laps and qualifying. Well, fastest in that group, going to go second right now in qualifying. The 55S, Colby Bergquist. Then it's Caden Smith third. Josh King still holding on to the top spot. Travis Gurgel fifth. Fred Hay finds himself sixth in qualifying right now. Danny Altum is seventh. Jamie Raymond rounding out the 8 cars that have qualified here at the Cottage Grove Speedway in the Dwarf Car Division. In the 01, the Swan Island Sandblasting and the Right Shop out of Crestwell. That is Chris Wright. Chris Wright in the 01. In the 44, the North Pacific Excavation out of Roseburg, Anthony Pope. Also out of Roseburg in the 71R, the Tyrells Trucking LRC Dwarf Cars. That is RC11. RC11 in the 71R. And the 8KD out of Winchester, the home installation, Johns Manville. That is Kyle Pope. Kyle Pope in the 8KD. Final group of qualifying here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. Oh, Kyle Pope spinning out here on the front straightaway. Kyle Pope coming off a victory last weekend at the Willamette Speedway, trying to duplicate that here tonight at the Cottage Grove Speedway. Checkered flag falls on the final group of qualifying. Josh King going to hold on to his number 1 spot, 15.029. Fastest in that group, going to find himself third overall, Anthony Pope with a 15.254. And Colby Bergquist finds himself second with a 15.198. So then it was Kyle Pope also getting into the top 5 in qualifying in fourth with a 15.200. Caden Smith rounds off the top 5 with a 15.561. Chad Cardoza 6th. Travis Girdle 7th. Fred Hay 8th. RC11 9th. Chris Wright 10th. Danny Altum 11th. And Jamie Raymond rounds out the 12 cars that have qualified in tonight's festivities. All right, we're going to take a little break, get ready for opening ceremonies. We'll be back for heat race action